When you think about gold, you probably think about, well, money. A wedding ring, a bar in a vault, maybe your retirement plan.
The economy of it all.
Exactly. But if you talk to a chemist, gold isn't really money.
Mm.
It's more like the ultimate standard of behavior.
That's so true. We get completely fixated on the shine, and we miss the substance entirely.
Right.
The reason gold is valuable, I mean, the real reason isn't that it glitters. It's because it refuses to change. It just endures.
And that right there is the mission for this deep dive. We're sort of swapping economics for philosophy.
Yeah.
We're going to look at the actual atomic reality of gold to understand why it's such a perfect map for the human soul.
Well, to do that, you have to start with the periodic table. Gold is what's called a noble metal.
Which sounds very fancy.
It does, but chemically it just means it's inert. It has almost zero desire to react with anything around it.
So while other metals are busy corroding and, falling apart, gold just sits there.
Pretty much. I mean, think about iron. You leave a piece of iron out in the rain, what happens?
It rusts.
It rusts. It bonds with oxygen, it oxidizes, and it literally becomes something else. Its whole structure changes just because the atmosphere did.
And gold doesn't do that.
It just ignores the oxygen. It doesn't oxidize to fit its surroundings.
That is such a heavy metaphor for people. Oxidizing to fit your surroundings.
Right.
I feel like I do that 5 times a day. I walk into a meeting, the vibe is tense, so I dilute my own personality to match the room.
You're rusting to survive. We all do it.
Yeah.
We call it fitting in or maybe keeping the peace, but chemically, it is degradation. You're altering your core identity to reduce friction.
So being gold is having an integrity that doesn't need that. It doesn't need validation from the outside.
Exactly. It's rare, but it isn't fragile.
Okay, but hold on. Isn't adapting a survival skill? I mean, if I don't oxidize a little bit, don't I just become rigid?
That's the crucial distinction.
The source says gold doesn't argue with stone. But if you never react, aren't you just, well, a doormat?
See, it's not rigid, it's malleable, it can bend without breaking, but it never becomes something else.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't compete with iron, and it doesn't need to defend itself against the stone. It just remains gold.
Yeah.
That isn't tissivity. It's a core identity so solid it doesn't need to be loud.
A quiet confidence. I get that.
Yeah.
But that kind of calm, that doesn't just happen. You don't just wake up one day with a soul that's chemically inert to drama.
No, you have to be forged. And this is the part of the geology we always ignore. Gold is formed under immense pressure.
Right. Weight and darkness.
As the source says, depth produces it. It's not sitting on the surface waiting to be picked up.
It's extracted from the heat.
And this brings us to what I think is the most beautiful idea. Refinement without loss.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
You can throw gold into a fire. You can melt it down to a liquid, reshape it completely. But because it doesn't react with oxygen, you don't lose the gold.
You just burn off the impurities.
The dirt, the other rocks, all of it. The essence remains constant.
Which is a direct map to human resilience. We go through our own fire, trauma, stress, huge changes. We might look different on the other side, but the idea is that the gold part of us is what's left when everything else burns away.
Exactly. It's what we could call coherence. It's having values that just don't collapse under pressure. Or, and this is a really profound point,
Yeah.
it's having love that does not rust into transaction.
Okay, let's unpack that because that hit me hard. Love that doesn't rust into a transaction.
It's a tough one.
Because in the real world, relationships feel transactional, right? It's a give and take. If I stop giving, you stop giving. That feels normal.
It is normal, but it's not gold. If my love for you depends on you behaving exactly as I want, that's a trade.
That's iron reacting to oxygen.
Yes. As soon as the environment gets harsh, the love oxidizes. It degrades. Gold implies a love that is an identity, not a deal. It's a state of being that holds firm even when the other person is having a bad year.
That is a terrifyingly high standard.
It is. But remember, gold is rare.
Fair point. I also love the mention of the sun, that gold is associated with the sun not because it burns, but because it reflects light so consistently.
It's all about reliability. It's not generating the heat, it's withstanding it and reflecting it back.
Yeah.
When a person is gold, they are that steady point in a chaotic room. They've passed through enough fire that they no longer fear it.
And that's the image to leave everyone with. Gold isn't some goal you achieve. It's a result of what you survive.
Well said.
So the next time you look at a piece of jewelry, don't think about the price. Think about the fire it had to survive to get there, and maybe ask yourself if you're doing the same. Thanks for diving in with us.